There are some Pascals out there, something.
Yeah.
Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties, because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda.
How are you? All right, I'm off now. I'm off mute. How are you, family? We're right to we're right to go. Cool. All right, thanks for all the people coming in. About my dad, but anyway, guys, Dad's in God's hands. But keep him in your prayers. I see in here to keep Dazzle in our prayers too, guys. So that's another one. All right, that's what we're here for. It's a spiritual war, guys. Thanks to everyone that's asked about Dad. But yeah, he's getting on. We'll see what happens. But Anyway, we've had another barge, guys, hit another Pelican Island in Texas. We got another barge just conveniently hit a bridge. I don't know how this happens, but, it just sort of does. We got Karen. Now, she's copping a bit of a shit and abuse online, we're told. Okay, so she's contacted the feds over concerns for her safety. So this is Karen. So, guys, anyway, she needs to get educated on why some people would be treating her that way, I think, and what she's actually doing by trying to censor Australians and people around the world for that. All right, we got University of Queensland, apparently pro-Palestinians just starting up there, guys. So we can see again that we will have bad people in amongst that being paid to act on and cause trouble. So just anyone up there around the University of Queensland, be careful. Now, watch if you're going to the UK, because you could have a pretty good time, because the latest COVID variant over there, or new variant of not COVID, but is called Flirt. So, yeah, these guys, you can't make this stuff up, guys. Flirt. That's it. All right. So if you're in the UK, have a good time. All right. Egypt, it looks like they're getting on the BRICS train. They're going to start paying in their own currency instead of US dollars and stuff. So, yeah, it also looks like these guys are coming over. And then we got a lot of talk about security, guys. And, I want to, we got, sort of people's movements, saying, oh, look, it's about security. That's about security. Well, I want to tell you, you know, how many people go to maybe Auto One, or what's that other big auto shop around we got? Super Cheap, Bunnings. I mean, you go in there and you give your personal details away, guys. That's what you do, and you sign up for their 10% of that. You know what I mean? So, you know, we've watched all the hackings and everything. There's another one today, you know what I mean, on pharmacies, and, you know, prescriptions are being hacked. You know, like, seriously, I just don't see how anyone can have an argument with security when we all give away our details and every place is liable to security breaches. And, yeah, that just sort of blows me out. Everyone talking about, oh, security, this, security, that. Well, you've got no security. You haven't. And you're about to not have any more because, as you know, this afternoon, they pushed through the digital ID bill. So your security is gone. You know, as they start to implement this, guys, they will be watching everything you do. So, well, they already are. But, I mean, yeah, it's just funny how, you know, this bit about security, this, security, that, when there is no security out there, guys. You've given your details out everywhere. I've done it. You know what I mean? You know, we all had the Woolies card before. You know, everyone thought when the Woolies, oh, hey, that's cool. I'll get a few every time I'm in here. And, you know, I end up you got nothing for nothing. You got ripped off. You frequent flyers. They're all data harvesting, guys. Every single one of them. So these have all been data harvested for their whole life, ever since they started using, you know, electronic means. So anyway, I just wanted to get that out there. Yeah, we've all been done. Everyone's been harvested. Okay, that's just what they've done. They harvested you at birth by giving you a birth certificate. All right, not a born certificate. So, you know, we've been data harvested for a long, long time, guys. Anyway, come in, cazz. Let's get rocking. And we got a few bits of news, I think.
We have, yeah. No, they've just wiped my studio again.
Oh, really?
Look, this comes to us from via Chick Fenton. This is the turnout at Wodonga Court today. Well done, guys. Okay, it's not going to play, so I have to actually get right out. See you in a bit. Start talking.
All right, see you, mate. Okay, so anyway, guys, there's plenty going on out there. Right, I'm trying to get hold of Jan now. She did respond to me. When was that? Well, yesterday. But I haven't got to her yet. But yeah, there's heaps going on out there, guys, in the background. All right, if anyone's watching Twitter, it is just an absolute crazy time, guys. Right, people getting called out left, right, and center. The veil's getting lifted, guys. Right, this is madness. All right. I wasn't going to have this little sprule, but, you know, cazz is gone. I'll put it out there. But, yeah, this is crazy. All right, we just had the assassination over there in far out. Anyway, you know where it was, all right, on the Prime Minister over there.
Slovakia.
Yeah, Slovakia. Thank you, Mel. Yeah, now we've heard he's in a critical condition. I'd also heard today he was in a all right condition, so we don't know what to believe there, guys, all right? But 2 days after he's told the WHO to boot off, there's assassination in his life. You know, so it's really heating up, guys. It's a clown show out there, all right? You're going to see a lot more of this. You're going to see a lot more unveiling, all right? Why? Because we are in the stage of truth where, you know, a lot of people have said all will be revealed. No, right? Nothing can be hidden. Well, that's where we're getting to, guys. You're back in now, cazz, are you?
Yeah, I am. Let's put this on again. Let's see how we go. Oh, well done, guys.
So back again next week, guys. Next Thursday.
Mr. Patel, corporate one, please.
Pick day today. See you next week.
Now, that was for the court case of the lady who was run over by Vic Pole, and her husband was arrested for trying to stop them. So well done, guys. We need eyes on these magistrates. They don't like being scrutinised. No,
they don't. And we just need to back each other up, guys, right? It's a unity time now, all right? We've got to be helping each other out. What's going on there?
All right, let's have a look at this. Yeah, that's so this is the original portrait of King Charles. Just happens to, when it's inverted and upside down, which of course this is what they like. They like everything inverted and upside down. You can clearly see a Baphomet head there with the horns and
They're
whatnot.
unreal.
Yeah, they don't even care.
Hey, if this is not exposure, the Great Awakening. Yep. Milan, you're right, mate. The Great Awakening, bro. We're all waking up to it. Here we go.
And then we had the horse 2 weeks ago, the blood red horse running through the streets. And someone's also put them side by side and mirrored them. And of course, there's also the Baphomet head there.
Yeah.
So there you go. There you go.
I say no more. I rest my case, Your Honour.
Yeah, that's it. I say no more.
Yeah.
All right. We've got heaps of information that's coming out now. You were just talking about the Slovakian PM. Now,
yep.
All right, now that's one of them. But he also was going to vote against NATO joining against Ukraine joining NATO.
Yep.
As well as what had he done with the vaccines? He said he voted against the WHO. For the mandatory vaccines as well.
Yeah, their treaty.
Yeah, of course. So he's just got to go, hasn't he? According to
well, you can't just do shit like that and not be Arkansasized or Clintonized. That's just not in the rule book. It just doesn't fit the playbook. So yeah, God bless him. He's all right, I think. I've heard he's critical. I've heard he's okay. I don't know what to believe. We let the dust settle. So.
Yeah, no, he's apparently okay. He's been reported that late this afternoon. All right, we had Cumberland Council's protest. Now, I don't know when this was sent to me.
We're now living in Australia. We're living in a pluralist democracy, and Cumberland Council is no exception.
We're here, we're queer, we're fabulous, don't fuck with us. We're here, we're queer, we're fabulous, don't fuck with us.
We're trying to teach our kids something that's not right. They're trying making us fight with each other. But we really need to unite Muslims and Christians and keep these guys out of our life and out of our kids' lives especially.
Go live somewhere else! Go live in some town! Bigots are not welcome here! Racist, sexist, anti-queer! Bigots are not welcome here!
I don't think that anything ever should be banned. I think we should have access to all information in our libraries.
I do not want to get them exposed to whatever's happening. At the end of the day, each to their own. But I know at the end of the day, I want my kids to grow up and know their religion and not to take the wrong path.
What do we want? What do we want?
There is more to being a man and a woman than having a sex change. You cannot put a Ford badge on a Holden and say it is.
That is fascist. It's Nazi Germany. Like, who bans books?
Well, we just don't want our younger children to be exposed to this kind of content in the libraries.
I don't like that my sister's children are being told that they are not allowed to be represented in books.
We don't want to confuse our kids with two dads or two mums. They will see it later in life. They don't need it now.
If she wants to read a book about Christianity, a book about any religion, she can read any book. She has that choice.
So much culture here. We're all cultures of faith, and we're all agree on one thing.
You don't need to confuse kids more than they're confused, and I believe that these books shouldn't be on the shelves. You should have more books that actually educate our children and teach them something that's useful.
We're here, we're clear, we're fabulous, don't fuck with us.
We actually see that a lot of people are actually traveling here from other council to essentially feed into the narrative that immigrants and ethnic culture is homophobic.
At least as
go
an
get your
elected
Soros
representative,
paycheck.
Okay, I had the courage to stand for the views of the community. I stand up for the voices because whilst your views got a voice, Caroline, with due respect, and your petition wasn't enabled on a platform.
I wasn't on chat, shut up.
Their petition was taken down.
Racist, sexist, anti-queer!
Bigots are not welcome here!
This is not a religious country. If you don't like it, walk away, okay?
Oh. The tyranny continues on the streets, guys. This is what they want. That little shy Asian guy there, he's a paid Soros agent. You know what I mean? Written all over him, guys. But this is what's coming. All right, this is what they want to bring.
All right, now you've also got when they accidentally tell the truth here with this parliamentarian.
Means there is no legislation which provides a consumer with the right to say, I want to use that digital ID or I don't want to use that digital ID, until this bill is passed into law. And once this bill is passed into law, there will be a right for a consumer to say, yes, I want to use that digital ID system, or no, I don't want to use that digital ID system. So for those members of the coalition who are proposing to vote no because they think they're not going to have a choice, if you vote no and this bill goes down, you will be denying yourself and those that you represent an actual choice about whether a business can require that you use some form of digital ID or some other form of digital ID. So it creates the choice, it creates the mechanism through which a voluntary use of a digital ID system can be maintained and mandated in this country.
Maintained and mandated. Okay.
He comes from my area, this guy, Stephen Jones. He's from here. He's from the Gong, Shellharbour somewhere. Yeah. How could you have that little brain cell?
Well, yeah. Anyway, so look, maintained and mandated. That's the key thing. He's accidentally told the truth there, guys. Now they covered it, and if you go to our website tonight, you'll actually find who voted A and who voted nay. It will be up there, which is Stop the Rock, Set the Lot, and so go and have a look and see if your person has voted for him. If they have, send them a nasty email. Well, not a nasty email. Just send them an email saying you don't agree. If they voted nay, send them an email and say congratulations, that was actually really well done. On top of that, today, just as they pass that, what you've got this situation. Electronic prescription
to show our guys.
MediSecure victim of large-scale data breach. So, it's...
Yep. This is what I'm talking about. Nobody's, none of us, guys. You've given it out everywhere. These people who want to use an argument of data breach, sorry, but we've all given it away. There is no, it's just, the
government is offering us digital IDs, but they've got a terrible track record of releasing our data.
Actually looking after us.
Yeah, no, they've just got a terrible track record. So it's just like they're one of the worst. All right, let me just get my focus here because they wiped my cord to get my thing again. All right.
And 450 the Savo, we probably got something on it, guys, but the digital ID is through. Yeah, I mean, they're just ratters. They're nutters, mate. They're nutters. Anyway.
Well, they are. Like, look at this.
Oh, yeah. Renewable energy, eh? A floating solar panel, guys. I wonder what happens when a storm comes through. Oh, wow.
It's just insanity.
Like, how many $1 million are there? Like, just getting smashed up on the bank. Like, it's just...
But it's not meant to work.
And the normal people think this is great, Cazz. They think like, oh, look at this. They're out in the ocean now with solar panels. How brilliant. I'll be able to pull my boat up and charge and floating.
The thing about it is, though, is that, I think it's probably just another way of money laundering because the person would get subsidies for that. And then what would happen, of course, then would be that, they have to maintain it, but oh my goodness, it's ruined in the first storm. Oh, we don't have to maintain it now.
Yeah. Hey, Cazz, I went to the garage today, and you would not believe how long those electrical charging cables are. I mean, my word, they've got some copper in them. It's unbelievable. Mel's fueling up, and I'm, wow. I was impressed. It was incredible. They really done a good job of building them.
Now, this one hasn't had as much attention, but it's good to know that this guy here, there's been an assassination attempt on him. He's the Irish Republican European MEP, and his name is Malachi Steenson. There's a man in custody over it. And he has been talking about how Ireland should belong to the Irish and stopping mass immigration. And so it's not just, there's not one person that's been assassinated. Now, also on that, I think there's about 34 assassinations that have happened in Mexico this year because they're in an election year. So it's crazy. It's crazy times.
Yeah, I'm not running for Parliament this year. I want to hang around a while. It's crazy, man. Yeah, they're going to, and look, this is what they're going to do to high profile people overseas, guys. They're going to just, eliminate them, But anyway.
That's it. Now, you've got this situation as well, which is very concerning. It's what we've been sort of expecting. And we've actually heard on the grapevine that the banks are out of money officially. So the financial banking system in Cuba has completely collapsed. The Cubans woke up to learn that their bank accounts have been emptied. There is no cash at the ATMs. So nothing. Now, this is called a bail-in, and it's where they just basically take the money, take all your money.
That's exactly right. And they're doing it. They're just closing them down. I know.
They are.
It's, and they're going to, this is what they're getting ready for. They're trying to line you up for with Bank West in Western Australia, guys. They're going to crack this down. Their idea is to have the military here to be able to control it state by state, you know what I mean, as they walk into this. So let's see how far they get. And, where we cut them off at the pass, guys. That's the interesting point. All right, that's what we're looking for.
Al Jazeera has done a report on the Martin McBride, and it's really good. Let's have a look at it.
Torture, summary executions. These are just some of the things Australia's lauded special forces are accused of doing when they were deployed in Afghanistan between 2007 and 2013. But finally, more than a decade after these crimes occurred, someone's gone to jail. No, not the guy who executed at point-blank range a farmer cowering in a wheat field. And no, not the guy who allegedly machine-gunned a one-legged, unarmed man, then drank beer out of his prosthetic leg. The first man Australia sent to jail over war crimes allegations is the whistleblower.
I may have broken the law, but I did not break my oath to the people of Australia and the soldiers who keep us safe.
Military lawyer David McBride was sentenced to almost 6 years in prison for leaking sensitive documents that exposed a slew of war crimes allegedly committed by Australia's SAS in Afghanistan. McBride did 2 tours as a legal officer and has always admitted he leaked the documents. Well, let me explain why. McBride saw claims of war crimes against certain members of the SAS, but time after time, military investigators dismissed the allegations. And instead of stopping the killings, senior officers gave them medals. One of the soldiers, Ben Robert Smith, was celebrated as a national hero. But then a few journalists started asking questions. And according to McBride, the military panicked and finally started to prosecute people. The problem was, they were the wrong soldiers. McBride says they were being blamed to cover up all the past inaction. He sent a formal complaint to his superiors. He even went to the police and the defence minister. They dismissed his concerns. So he leaked the documents to the national broadcaster. And what did the military do? Well, around this time, it started an internal investigation known as the Brereton Inquiry. And in 2020, the inquiry concluded that basically McBride was right. There was credible evidence of war crimes, a pattern of extrajudicial killings, and one incident labelled possibly the most disgraceful episode in Australia's military history. In all, the inquiry implicated 25 soldiers in the murder of 39 Afghans. So what did the police do? Well, they raided the national broadcaster. And what about the soldiers who are accused? About 5 years after these allegations became public, police charged the soldier in this video with a war crime of murder. So far, no one else has been charged. And the journalists who reported on the leaked documents? They've been awarded the Medal of the Order of Australia. As McBride told me before his trial, he was motivated by a sense of duty, both to the truth and to the public. In his words, we can't put innocent people in jail to appease the press, nor can we pin medals on serial killers. And for exposing that truth and the cover-up, the man many people regard as the real national hero in all of this is in jail.
That's the country you live in, folks.
Isn't it terrible that we've got to get this
It's
information from
just insanity.
a journalist? We're getting this information from a journalist that lives out, but that is contracted to a foreign broadcaster.
So what do? Yep, you raid the ABC for the info, and then you start to strategically take the players out as you see fit to protect all the high-ranking generals, admirals, and whatever else that were, complicit in murder. Yeah, unbelievable, guys. You and I can't do this. We can't, we can't get away with not paying a fucking mortgage payment for friggin' 10 days.
No.
And they're after you. A car payment for a week because you're struggling because Albo kicked you out of his house, because he doesn't want you to rent there anymore, just like he done to some guy today.
That. Yeah, no, we've got that actually here.
Yeah, but that's fine. Yeah, that's fine,
mate.
That's upstanding moral citizenship, and that is citizenship because that's a crap word. We're not citizens. We're not under Roman rule. We're sovereign.
So this guy's been renting off Albo.
Last 4 years.
Basically, he's basically Jim Flanagan, 45, was handed an eviction notice on May 8th to vacate Albanese's 3-bedroom townhouse in Dulwich Hill, where he's lived for the past 4 years. So he goes on to say, this will kill me. It's a crippling blow right now. Anyway, so there you go, Albo, and with his portfolio. But you've got to ask questions. It looks like he's going to sell the place. Why is Albo selling? What does he know?
Yeah, he may sell within a couple of months. That's what it said. May. Yeah, Albo's going to kick him out. He's going to screw the rent up by double, and he's going to whack some old pensioner in there that'll have to starve to death to keep the lights on. It's the type of people we got running the country, guys.
It is indeed.
Oh, we should all be careful. Where's Albo's residence anyway? That's that place up in Sydney on the harbour. That'd be a beautiful place to camp out there. Got beautiful lawns. The view of the harbour. Oh, yeah, Kirribilli. Yeah, over to, we can look at Luna Park down there and we can see, we can't see Luna Park from Kirribilli. We can see the Harbour Bridge. We see the Opera House. You see back into the city because we're on the north side. It'd be a nice spot for a little picnic, and a night out under the stars, I think. Maybe Albo could open up Kirribilli to some of the homeless. I'll come up and, have a chat to you, and we'll see if we can supply some food, and we'll see if we can look after a few homeless at Kirribilli. That'd be a great idea because Albo lives in a plane, so he doesn't even need Kirribilli. Well, he's never on the ground, this guy. So I think that's a great idea. I think we ask, guys, let's get the emails going. Albo, we need Kirribilli to help the homeless. Simple as that, guys. I think it's a brilliant idea again. Guru, you've done it again. Righto.
All right, so we've got now Zero Hedge has put out a couple of really good articles. Now, does inflation lead to civilization collapse? Let's take a look at Rome. And basically, Rome went through exactly the same thing as when they moved. So when they moved from the solid metals, okay, and then they basically did a printing thing or like that. And then what happened was the inflation hit and it contributed to the collapse of the Roman Empire. The other one that they've done, which is also really good today, is the nanny state and idiocracy. So a nanny state idiocracy, a tale of too many laws and too little freedom. And down here it goes on to say, where it doesn't say, it's hard to say whether we're dealing with a kleptocracy, which is governed by a government ruled by thieves, a cacistocracy, a government run by unprincipled career politicians, corporations, and thieves that panders to the worst vices in our nature and has little regard for the rights of American citizens, or a natty state, which is idiocracy. It's very, very good. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're not real good at the moment, guys. And, we're... it's only going to get rougher. All right. So, yeah, I think we need to get them emails going. We need to politely ask Albo if we may use Kirribilli House. And then we need to talk to his press secretary about the media release for Guru turning up with the homeless. All right. So we can get it out on the national TV. We're going to need some organic sausages, guys, some veggies, a couple of barbecues, some tents, gazebos. But I'm sure that Albo, if we take a little bit out of that 100 million, we just give Ukraine, I reckon we can just about supply what we need for a couple of nights at Kirribilli House. Guys, what do you reckon? Possible? Yeah.
All right, so this was worth including in the show tonight.
Car, I was just getting nostalgic, taking a little stumble down memory lane, thinking about the COVID epidemic. Remember that? When some jackass ate a bat and we had to shut down the world, remember? When you had to get nostril raped to get on an airplane, the good old days. You had to get the vaccine because there was a mandate. There was a vaccine mandate and a mask mandate. And I'm an idiot. I thought mandates were something gay guys went on. But that's not homophobic. I'm just an idiot. I just got the latest booster, actually. It was heroin, and I loved it. And if they put heroin in all the vaccines, I'd be very well vaccinated. Moving on. You know who didn't get the vaccine? Charlie Sheen. Famously was an anti-vaxxer, which I find hysterical because there is not a drug on this planet that he hasn't injected into his veins. So he trusts Pablo Escobar more than Fauci. Interesting. And if you haven't been vaccinated, fear not. I'm sure the government's going to hire some Aborigine tribesmen with those long blowguns, you know. Ooh, Pfizer. Thank you. What else? Remember? It was a respiratory virus. So I knew that every morning I would wake up and I would do a series of deep breaths through a bong. And then I would forget all about the pandemic and I would have waffles. And that's just how I survived. The wife and I are still social distancing. I think the technical term is restraining order, but we made it through. And I'm wearing a mask right now, but I wear it as a thong. And I'll tell you something, I don't feel safe at all. I don't know how you ladies do it because it is splitting the twins. Stay healthy, everybody.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Oh, yeah, a couple of really good. Yeah, there's a couple of really good things now. Babylon Bay, of course, are knocking it out of park again. Nancy Pelosi begins dressing as hobo after learning San Francisco is giving vodka shots to the homeless. So, very good. We've also got some really something that's been sort of creeping up on us that is worthwhile looking at, and that is this. How Europe and Britain are getting ready for World War III. The interactive graph reveals how the West will stop Putin unleashing Armageddon. And when they're beating the war drums like this, it's actually really concerning, especially with the Daily Mail reporting on it.
Putin just met up with Xi. I think their plans might get shafted, actually.
Yeah, let's hope so. More's coming out on the solar farms as well and the rip-off. So what's going on is basically Ausgrid is going to charge solar panel users, but that's actually already started happening because you've got reports like these. This is just from people on the internet. Basically, my current electricity bill, my solar panels generated more power than I used to. The bill is over $600. So but now what they're going to do, but of course this is what they do. They roll it out. It's a great thing. Put solar panels on. You won't have to pay electricity. And then now they're going to actually start people for the transportation of that energy, the excess energy back to the grid.
Back into the line. Yeah, back into the grid. You're going to get charged for it now, guys.
Yes. And then on top of that, you've got this professor, and he's basically saying that a climate professor thinks we should cull human population to reach emission targets. He's just saying exactly what they've been doing.
Yeah, he should have a talk to Bill Gates and Klaus. He's probably got a friend in there. Like them guys had that idea. This guy's behind the time, mate. Tell him to get the next bus out of town. It's already been done.
Okay. Well, you've got this situation as well. This came to me. I haven't looked into this at all. But you've got the digital ID in the UK has been rolled out apparently, but it says digital identity certification for right to work, right to rent, and criminal record checks. Man, they're going hard, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They guys, they are. I said this road was going to get bumpy, all right, and these guys are going to create speed bumps all the way through. All right, till we get through to where we're looking at, which is just a little while away yet. But it's gonna get bumpy, guys. All right, they are ramping it out that hard. You know what they've done today at 4:50 this afternoon. They do not care. They do not care about your kids. They do not care about you. They do not care about your future. All right, they do not care about your energy grid. They don't care about your food. They don't care about your clothing. Guys, anyway. Oh,
All right,
man.
so
Okay.
now you've got this situation as well, which is great. Like, not great, but it's good that's finally being reported, and it's big news in Japan. So Japan's most senior cancer expert is now sounding the alarm on the mRNA injections. He's talking about the turbo cancers, a type previously unseen by doctors, and it's characterized by its incredibly fast speed. And he's basically relating it to the mRNA, which is first time really. Oh no, it's not the first time actually. It's not the first time. It's the first time for someone in Japan talking on this.
Like it's just getting broken out everywhere around the world. When you got people like Ryan Formage still sitting in jail. How corrupt is this system, guys? It's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. They'll crucify, character assassinate, do anything they have to do. And as I say, if you can follow this matrix out there, guys, with what's going down over in the US and other places, man, I tell you, you're better than me, because this is just the only discernment you have is the good Lord above, man. That's it.
That's it. Look, the WEF is meeting at the moment, and they're actually saying the digital ID is good for tracking vaccines.
Right,
they're admitting it.
In order to open an account, you need to have an ID.
Right.
And I have to say that when I started this job, there were actually very little countries in Africa or Latin America that had one ubiquitous type of ID, and certainly that it was digital, and certainly that it was biometric. And we've really worked with all our partners to actually help that to grow this. And the interesting part of it is that, yes, it is very necessary for financial services, but not only.
Sure.
It's also good for school enrollment. It's also good for health, who actually got a vaccination or not. It's very good to get your subsidies, from the government. So this has not only effect to the financial services. It's a very important issue.
They're just saying the quiet part out loud, aren't they? They don't even care.
Yeah. But when they can't sell it, I wonder if we're going to get like free hot dogs and cans of Coke and stuff like that when you actually fill out your form, through the internet, you get your voucher, go and pick up your free gift and your steak knives for signing up for the digital ID. That's what they're going to have to do, I think. Because, a lot of people have already done it, but there's a big percentage of us in Australia that aren't going to. We can see that by how we've recirculated the cash, guys. There is a lot of people awake to it. All right, we've done a really good job waking them up. We just got to see now how we utilize what we've got, guys. But they won't get one out of me.
Couple of crazy stories. Okay, you got this one here. I almost didn't believe it, but there's a video of it. Now, he disappeared 27 years ago at the age of 17, and he's found alive 200 meters from his family home in a neighbor's cellar. The neighbor was a civil servant, and this is in Algeria, was it? Or it was, in Algeria. So they had him under these bales of hay and sort of in a cellar. But when they asked him why he didn't call out for the last 27 years, he said that the person, his captor, had put a spell on him. Second crazy story of the night. This one. Now, Europe's most wanted smuggler, he's called the Scorpion. He's been snared in Europe, and he has been arrested days after being exposed for trafficking 10,000 to the UK.
Wow.
So now he has made as much as £500,000.
Is that all?
Well,
That's a load of crap. £500,000. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think so as well. So
Yeah,
anyway,
that's crap. Yeah.
anyway,
They've got to look
so
into that. That just something smells already there. Something already smells. I can smell it. Anyway, someone needs to go down that rabbit hole. I'm calling bullshit again.
All right, and finally, now look, I think that the white population is down to, I think it's about 3%, as low as 3%. I'll have to look that up. Anyway, but now their demand is coming from Asia Minor countries for white babies by infertile couples.
Against white babies in the West, other countries would love to have a white baby. Although India is a country of 1 billion people, there are more than 19 million infertile couples and growing. IVF expert Dr. Bakshi said that 70% of couples seeking IVF in India ask for fair skin and blue eyes. They demand a white baby seeking Caucasian sperm and eggs, and they are getting it mainly from Eastern Europe and Spain. So while subversive forces in the West are working hard to mix out and eradicate European looks and light colors, other countries want to import it. They want their children to possess our traits. In China, wealthy single business women are turning to European sperm donors, picking them from catalogs before going overseas for IVF treatment. It's because unmarried women in China are largely barred from accessing sperm banks and IVF treatment, so they go where the white people are. When they go overseas, even when they have Chinese sperm available, multicultural West after all, right? Experts in the field report that regardless of the availability of Chinese donors, women are still choosing to have mixed race children. Basically, the selected sperm donors are mostly white, said Si Hao, a clinical coordinator in Beijing who helps Chinese customers access a fertility clinic in California. Zhan Yingying, a co-founder of the Diversity Family Organization, said it was rare for her to come across a mother who chose a sperm donor of Chinese ethnicity.
All right, so that full report will be available on our website. So just interesting that while the West is trying to wipe us out, other cultures are actually liking us. So it's good.
Yeah, that's right, and trying to multiply too, Cazz. You know what I mean as well. But yeah, this is look at our biggest thing at the moment, guys, and they're telling crap again. They said they're going to drop the immigrant run in. You know what I mean, down to something. I'm calling bullshit on that one too, guys. I put a thing on Twitter today. You'll just tell us that you've dropped it and you'll fly them in at midnight and 3 a.m., just like you were doing over COVID when you had us locked down. We know your dick dastardly tricks, guys. You can't get away with it anymore. Everyone's too awake. We're tracking your planes. We're doing this, we're doing that. We're all over you. You should just give it up and hand the trophy over, actually. That'd make it easy. Because you've had your ass kicked. Sorry, guys, got a couple of idiots at the moment.
All right, I just saw FCB mentioned in there. Did you want to mention that? There's been a ongoing fight between Ariel, General Flynn, and FCB. Decode has weighed into it, and also Pascal. Very interesting. Yeah, go and look at FCB's interview with Pascal, and then go and have a read of Ariel on Twitter. And just make up your own mind. Interesting. It's an interesting spat that's going on there. So,
yeah.
All right, Dave, I'll let you wrap up, and I shall cue our.
Remember the old packets of fruit Pascals, guys? You never know what you're getting till you pull the wrapper off. So, I don't know. FCB's gone out and cranking up Pascal about military. Can't talk to anyone military, and do this and say that, or you're in trouble.
Not talk to. Question.
Oh, question. Sorry.
Question.
Yeah. Or ridicule.
No, that's it. So, and if they're basically if they're the new future that we've got, it's looking pretty grim.
Yeah, God help us. Can't question anyone. What? Hello. So anyway, guys, interesting. You know what I mean? I'll finish it there. Look, just continue doing what we're doing, guys. All right, because you're doing a great job. As I said, the more the veil gets lifted, the more you're going to see, the more we'll all get educated, and the quicker we can move to our finish point, guys. But as I said, all around the world, the good Lord is lifting the veil. All right, and it's up to us to discern, right, what's wrong, and which way we're going. Okay, so hang on to your hat, like I said, buckle up. All right, because it is going to get rocky. It's going to get rocky on your soul. Okay, that's where it's going to go, guys. All right, thank you once again. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember when a pizza always made me smile. I've awoken from my trance, disgusted by the evidence of codes we know are used by pedophiles. The satanic artwork made me shiver. The Podesta emails WikiLeaks delivered with sick news on our doorstep. You never thought we'd suspect. I won't pretend I didn't cry when I learned what's happening worldwide. If we all stand side by side, there'll be no place to hide. So bye bye, fuck all you pedophiles. This machete's sharp and ready for the all-seeing eye. And we will make sure you'll fucking wish you had died. You will suffer for the rest of your life. I wanna stay quiet, but at the same time I want you to know I'll be responsible for your demise. Cause the truth didn't present itself. I had to open my eyes into the realm of the public disguise. See the patterns and behaviors with repetition from saviors who claim to be instigators of peace. Throughout the ages the mind manipulated metaphorical Darth Vaders, either covering up for or practicing child rapists. The Clinton Foundation is a fucking abomination. Haitians taken from parents without authorization. Podesta's connections to abduction and molestation of suspect in the Madeleine McCann investigation. Sycophantic obsessions for fortune and fame as a population enslaved by material gain. And to call upon the devil, the method has now changed. Click your heels 3 times and speak Abramovich's name. So bye bye, fuck all you pedophiles. This machete's sharp and ready for the all-seeing eye. And we will make sure you'll fucking wish you had died. And you will suffer for the rest of your life.